99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos, good morning to you. Welcome to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Uncle Jimmy is not around, so I am going to be here to hold forth for him. I said at 7:30 that he is currently away on vacation. And you know, anytime he's on vacation, someone has to be here. And this time, it happens to be me. So I would be holding forth for him. Right. Let me extend my condolences to the Shodainde family in Lagos here, because they lost a son, they lost a brother, they lost a husband. That's right. And to the Cool Wazobia Info Arewa Kids radio stations, we also lost Shodainde Idris, who was our country head of sales. We lost him. It was a very gloomy atmosphere in the office on Sunday, yesterday. Still gloomy today. People are still wearing long faces, but the work must go on. This is our sincere condolences, heartfelt condolences from the entire management to the entire staff of Cool Wazobia Info Arewa Kids FM radio, to our radio group in general. We want to extend our condolences to ourselves and to the Shodainde family as well. Yes, Idris was a great person. He was always happy to help. He was selfless. He was very honest, extremely honest to a fault. He was an all-round good guy. And, you know, at the burial yesterday, everyone had something great to say about him. It made it really hard to even swallow that bitter pill of losing that wonderful man. You know, it begs the question, you know, why good people leave so early. You know, they tend to just be in a hurry to leave. Would miss him, no doubt about it. We'll miss him. But I know that the family will miss him more. The family he left behind would miss him even a lot more. Right. So let's get the show on the road. Let's talk about the Super Eagles debacle in Libya. They had the first leg some days ago. It was time for the second leg. They went to Libya. The story, I'm not going to narrate the story. I have a friend of mine on the show who is an award-winning sports journalist. He's traveled all over the world covering sports. Is well known in the sports circle. Olayinka Wolewa joins me virtually this morning. Yinka, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you very much, Slick One. First of all, I want my condolences to the Shodainde family. It's not good to see people leave this sinful world just like that. But this time around, it's a colleague, and my thoughts are with the Yasobia family and his immediate family.
Thank you, Inka. That's much appreciated. That's much appreciated. Now let's begin. I'm going to start this story because I would like our listener to understand the full story. What happened in Uyo when the Libyan delegation came here? Because I heard that it didn't go to Uyo directly during the first leg of the match. What exactly transpired? What can you tell us about the first leg?
First of all, you need to understand the fact that this Arabian country, what happened, we have seen a lot of this for quite some time, as much as 20 years ago, when Nimba won the African Cup of, the Champions League.
The CAF Champions League.
The CAF Champions League. We have seen it when our team go to these Arabian countries to play. They have this antics of trying to play the devil advocate by to make you look bad, and they come to your country. Now, fast forward to this issue between the Nigerian delegation and that of their Libyan counterpart. When they were coming, the head of protocol in the Nigerian Football Federation, spoke with the general secretary a day before their arrival in Nigeria. Their general secretary never informed the official of the NFF of their travel plans. Usually, it is not Libya that will be the first thing to come and play against Nigeria this year. We have seen South Africa, we have seen Benin Republic coming to play the Super League of Nigeria. All of them landed in Uyo. We are surprised to see that the Libyan delegation decided to fly to Port Harcourt instead of Uyo. Despite that fact, the Nigerian Football Federation still made attempts to allow them to still fly. They made contact with the authorities in Port Harcourt to still allow these people to fly from Port Harcourt to Uyo. They decided not to do so because the airline that brought them demanded to charge them for taking them from Port Harcourt to Uyo. So because that they could not bear the cost of that, they decided to travel from road from Port Harcourt to Uyo. Now the Nigerian Football Federation still made arrangements for how they will come from Port Harcourt to Uyo. The vehicles they brought to them, they decided not to use that. They said they are not going to use. So they went for their own. They rented.
Did they give reasons as to why they didn't want the vehicle the NFF provided for them?
Said the vehicles were not conducive enough for them, and it does not have AC and co. Even though that they have not even used the vehicles. So despite all of this, the Nigerian Football Federation, prepared security for them to take them in, to escort them from Port Harcourt to, at least for their safety from Port Harcourt to Uyo. And thankfully, they arrived Uyo. Despite the fact that they arrived Uyo, the programs put in place for them.
Before we get to Uyo, Yinka, between this time, the time that they got to Port Harcourt and the time they eventually secured the bus to, how long did that take? Do you know? Do you have an idea how long it took them to get their own bus? And who procured the bus for them? Who got the bus for them?
Well, for every country where you have your embassy, you can always liaise with officials of the embassy.
That's true.
In the case of Nigeria, on Sunday, Nigeria embassy in Tripoli, in Benghazi, they wrote to the authorities there that they would love to receive Nigeria. The application that they wrote to them were outrightly rejected almost immediately. So in situation like the one in Port Harcourt, some of their officials were there to do all of this arrangement. Nobody rejected anything. They had the opportunity that they are supposed to have. But by what they have provided, I need to be very honest. I did not know the distance between when they arrived in Nigeria and when they moved to Uyo. But based on the videos that they shared on social media yesterday, there were a little bit of a night travel, maybe probably when the day, was gradually coming to an end.
Right.
And,
right. So they also shared pictures of their players sitting on the floor. Were there no chairs at Port Harcourt? Because I know that the Port Harcourt International Airport was just renovated. So were there no chairs there that the Libyan players had to sit on the floor?
Speak one. You and I have traveled to a lot of places in the world.
Right.
Sitting on the floor, first of all, is not anything bad. I've been to a couple of airports in the world. I see a lot of white people sit on the floor, put their laptop on their leg.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and these are not easy. But if you don't know these North African countries very well, they have their different antics. Let me tell you, one of the pictures that they shared was the one when they were in the mosques. We all know, me, on several occasions, I will find my way to hang out in the mosques in Abuja airport when I'm waiting for my flight. Probably maybe during, if any of my prayers meet me at the airport, I'll go there to pray After praying, if there are no people, if I'm not disturbing anybody, I relax in the mosque before my flight.
Right.
So these are some of the things these are some of the pictures that they shared. And again, we all understand the rules of this game. If something happened in the match, the referee didn't see it, and you retaliate, you get a red card. The man who has first of all done it to you will go scot-free, while you that retaliated will get sent off. Now, something happened. You claim that something happened.
Yinka, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. You claim that something happened and you didn't report it to any authority. And now, when we now came to Libya, we did all these shenanigans and everything for us. And at the end of the day, we were now bringing out pictures. When you look at some of the video, some of the pictures that they are now putting out,
Circulating,
you
yeah.
will see that it was just a kind of something that was an afterthought. Not that these are some of the things that have happened the way it happened to the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yinka, quickly, let's talk about what happened in Libya. I heard that their flight was diverted mid-air. I was finding that very difficult to grasp. When the news. Tell us exactly what happened. What do you know?
You see, the match was supposed to be in Benghazi. So the arrangements from Nigeria is the Nigerian flight took off from Uyo to Kano to refer. All of that was done. They left Nigeria as about, I think, was it around 5 or thereabouts. They left the Aminu Kano International Airport to Benghazi. As they were going, they were just some few minutes away from landing where they got the information that they can't land in Benghazi because the place is not free, it's busy, and there's nowhere for them to land. Even according to the account from the Nigerian Football Federation, they even tried to tell them that the aircraft does not have enough for to toy around or to, or roll around before they would land. So they started to okay, if you do not have enough work, then you have to go to Labrak. So that's where they now diverted them to that place. Now, going to the Labrak airport, it's like somebody trying to carry you all the way from Lagos and go and throw you in one village somewhere in Osun or in Quadry. Right? Now, unfortunately, they got to that place at a particular point in time from the information from the players. A lot of them were so scared because there was no any other human being at that airport.
I thought it was. I heard it was an abandoned airport. Like it was an airport that was used for Hajj only, just Hajj.
Usually they do not use that airport. When there are issues like what they claim, the Benghazi airport is busy, they divert,
Yinka, are you with me? Network, I guess. Network. Let's hope that he rejoins. Yinka, please, if you can hear me, let's have you rejoin the show. But meantime, please keep record of what Yinka is saying. The story that is narrating to us as to what happened with the Super Eagles. He's a renowned journalist, award-winning journalist to be very precise. He's traveled with a team. He went with a team to some World Cups, to Nations Cup, and the rest of them. Yeah. Okay, so you're back now. Let's hear you. Please continue. Yeah. I know, yeah.
So it became very difficult for team officials, for the players. Now, there was even a particular time that the NFL president was very angry when they saw a TV crew coming around to film the Super Eagles with the kind of, situation they subjected them to. The NFL president had to, go to the man and, he was very angry. I mean,
a TV crew from where? Who sent?
Libya, from Libya.
From Libya. How did the TV crew how did they become aware that the Super Eagles were there? I mean,
Only
they've
God
not.
knows.
Hmm,
Only God knows. They just came and started filming. The NFL president was very angry about what happened. And don't forget that in the delegation we had a deputy governor. The deputy governor of Edo State was part of that delegation,
hmm,
and
hmm,
he was also subjected to all of this. But the sweetest part of all of this was that despite all of this, the NFL president, the general secretary, the deputy governor, all of them were with the players.
hmm.
They at such conditions. In all of this, it became very difficult to clear the Nigerian delegation to return to Nigeria because the players put us together according to the captain, and they decided that in this condition they cannot honor this game.
Hmm.
So because they are the actors, because the game is for them, the NFF, supported their decision, and they decided like, okay, we have to look for a way to take you guys back home.
Hmm.
So
I
they
I
started
heard I heard
preparing
that
how to take you guys back home.
Yinka, I heard
It
there
was
was no
another problem entirely.
I heard there was no food, no water. But then I also saw another picture of the Libyan authorities serving them something. This is me just trying to balance, the stories that we're hearing. I heard they supply them, I think,
Yeah.
protein.
You see, all of this. Yeah, you see, all of this, slick one, all of this. In No matter how bad a community is, you will see one good person.
Hmm.
No matter how poor a community is, you see one good person. It was somebody. He was just like a lover of the game
Hmm.
who just came around to share the goodies
Hmm.
from his widow mines
Hmm.
to the players. There is also a Nigerian who came around who brought a Wi-Fi for them. No Wi-Fi. You can imagine
No
that you are
Wi-Fi,
somewhere,
nothing in the airport,
no
not
Wi-Fi,
nothing,
no food,
no
no air
facility.
water. Now imagine you being in a place where you know that the condition of that such a country, and at the same time you cannot reach your family and friends. I have somebody I'm close to among the players. I have put not less than 5 to 6 several calls to him with unreplied. The
Hmm.
calls are not even connecting.
Hmm.
Until yesterday evening when they came, that I had to drop a message that I'm worried about, their plight and everything. He called me. That's when I'm like, okay. And he was painting, even from the body language,
Hmm.
you will know that the experience was not
They were
powerful at all.
scared. They were afraid for
They
their
were
life.
scared. They were scared. Like, I mean, I can't believe I couldn't sleep for 24 hours. Now, it became very difficult to get these players out of that place. There was a particular time that they said the Libyan authority were not ready to sell fuel, aviation fuel to the flight that brought the Super Eagles
Hmm.
so that they can fly from this thing. There was a particular time they said they were going to grant them like a pre-approval. So the Nigerian delegation said no, they do not want. So the pre-approval will have taken them from that airport to another place before they now fly from there to. I think they
to
were
to
expected
to
to
Benghazi.
fly to Tripoli, from Tripoli to Nigeria. They now said no, that if we can land in this place, oh, we want to fly from here to back to our country.
Hmm.
So that's where they now, after much back and forth, they now, grant them the required papers and, requests to fly back to Nigeria. The good thing is that we have our guys back, but unfortunately, a lot of these guys in that team they have never experienced something like
Hmm.
this. And
Hmm.
it is
Hmm.
sad. It is absolutely sad to see that this kind of stuff is happening in 2024. We have seen so much improvement to the game. Part of the improvement is the goal line technology, is the VAR. So now, things like this should have been a thing of the past.
Hmm.
Those days, we have seen a couple of goals being scored without VAR, without goal line technology. After a replay, you see that this particular effort was actually a goal, but because there was nothing to check it during the game, you can't do anything about it. But this the VAR, the goal line
We've seen
technology,
improvements.
there are improvements. So
Right.
we should have improvement in terms of
Organization.
organization too. And it is sad that we're seeing this kind of stuff in Africa. in 2024.
Yinka, stay with me. We are almost due for our first break. We'll take some calls when we return. When we return after the break, I want to talk to you about possible consequences, what the NFF is saying, what CAF is saying, and the future of our qualification. What it
Okay.
means for our qualification in AFCON 2025. Lagos, stay with us. We'll be right back on Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. I'm Sheriff Quadry. I've got Yinka Olewa, an award-winning sports journalist, with me on the show this morning. So don't go away. We still have a lot to talk about. Stay here, please.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this. UBA is celebrating with Nigerians in the UBA Legacy promo. Over 200 million naira to be won. 75 people stand a chance to win 1 million naira and many more prizes every month. Yes, every month. Open a UBA savings account and save every month to qualify. The more you save, the more you win. Visit www.ubagroup.com or dial *919*20#. Terms and conditions apply. 75 Bossa for UBA. Bossa, Bossa. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Taking a flight isn't just a routine, it's an experience. We don't just fly you to your destination. We offer you value for your money. At ValueJet, we think of your convenience, comfort, and your safety. ValueJet flies to these destinations: Port Harcourt, Abuja, Jos, Lagos, and other locations across Nigeria. To book a flight, go to www.flyvaluejet.com. ValueJet, wings for everyone.
It's Customer Service Week, and here at Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, and Ariwa Radio, we want to appreciate our reputable clients for your constant and continuous patronage. PhD, All Seasons Zenith, Media Reach, Media Perspective, Media Fuse, Scout Media, Nitro 121, Acuity, Brands Yard, Algorithm, Intensity, SBI Media, Media 100, Globacom, Brand Eye, Maxi Media, Media Seal, Universal Macan, and many others. We want to thank you for your patronage and assure you of our continuous outstanding service delivery as always, and also offer you more packages to serve you better.
Want constant, dependable, and most importantly, affordable power? You'll love Sun King Solar Inverters. Our 600 watts and 3.3 kilowatts solar inverters provide reliable power for your home and business, helping you save on electricity bills. The best part? Pay early and save up to 600,000 naira. Plus, with Easy Buy, you can enjoy flexible payments spread over 20 months. Isn't that interesting? Call our toll-free number 0800 786 5464. That is 0800 786 5464 to get yours, or drop by any of our stores nationwide.
Sun King, power on Niger.
The Kingdom Summit is an annual economic and leadership conference that seeks to promote the understanding and application of God's principles in the marketplace. Theme: Kingdom Strategies for Thriving in Uncertain Times. Date: Friday the 18th to Sunday the 20th of October 2024 at the King's Court, Victoria Island, Lagos. Keynote speakers: Cosmos Maduka, founder Coscharis Group; Kola Oyeneyin, CEO, Opportunity Global Fund. Guest speakers include Tola Adeyemi, Regional Senior Partner and Chief Executive of KPMG in Nigeria and West Africa; Folake Shueton, CEO of Ikeja Electric PLC; Bumi Popola Modi, Executive Director, Human Resources and Corporate Services, Total Energies Marketing Nigeria PLC; Funke Bokna Obrute, founder and CEO of Zafire Events; Dr. Ada Peter, Director, the Center of Learning Resources, Covenant University; Ms. Funsho Oluyemi, founder of Turban Tempest and Template Fashion. Music ministration by Tosin B and many other anointed ministers. Host: Pastor Ayo Adeshola. 4 prestigious recruitment firms will prepare you for your next big job. Come learn, be encouraged. We can't wait to see you there.
Sorry, madam. There's an emergency at the shop. They need you now. It's a serious...
Nothing is more serious than a golden morn breakfast with my family. Don't Don't you understand? All our winnings start with a nutritious golden breakfast. Now, sit down. Please join us.
Yes, ma. At once. Breakfast is serious business. Handle it with a nutritious Golden Moon. Now with a great new look. Trust Golden Moon to help fuel your family to win every day. Golden Moon. Make every day golden.
They care about my mental health, fitness and healthcare. Good nutrition, healthy living means a lot to them. That's why I chill with peace of mind. No worries anytime. Cause when I look back, I know AXA Mansard's got my back. Yeah. So what are you waiting for? Sign up and join the squad.
Enjoy more wellness for less with AXA Mansard individual, family, or corporate health plans. Visit www.axamansard.com or call 0700 AXA Mansard to get started now.
Attention, Airtel customers. If your line has been blocked, then this is for you. Head to the nearest Airtel shop with your NIN. Our friendly staff will help you get your line back up and running. Don't let a blocked line keep you out of touch.
Airtel, a reason to imagine. You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Yes, we are talking about the Super Eagles situation. Well, should we call it a situation? Yeah, the drama that unfolded in the last 24, 48 hours concerning the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the Libyan Football Federation and NFF. CAF is also in there. We cannot remove CAF from all of this. I'm Sheriff Quadry, by the way, and nice to meet you if you're just joining us. I know Jimi Disu is not here. He's on vacation. He's going to be away for some time, so I'm going to be here holding forth for him. I have on the show this morning Yinka Olewa, a renowned award-winning sports journalist who has been covering the Super Eagles for some time now and sports in general for a very long time. Yinka, thank you again for joining us on the show. Before I come back to you, let me take some reactions. Let's take some calls and some messages and hear from Lagos on what their interpretation of what is going on, what has gone on actually, and the likely, well, maybe their own suggestion as to what they feel should happen going forward. 0201-277-0993 for the male callers. Female only line is 0201-465-7190. We're streaming this show on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can also drop your comment on our live stream on Facebook and on YouTube, and I would come take them, all right? But if you're calling me, please make it short and straight to the point. Good morning to you.
Morning, Sheriff.
Yes, please. Welcome.
I want to thank God for the life of our Super Eagles. In the first place, that is the most important one. They return back to Lagos City. Secondly, I want CAF to punish Libya. CAF must sanction Libya. If CAF fail to sanction Libya and the Nigerian players. Sir, I have been saying this question.
Yes, please.
Is there a fault of the Nigerian here in any way? Because I heard people saying Libya is paying back in our own coin. I need clarification on that. And going forward, how can we nip this act in the bud? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you to you for calling. Mika?
Well, I think I've painted that scenario.
Yes, you did.
And it's like me coming to your house, Sharif. I'm coming to your house, and I didn't inform you. There's possibility that you might be 2 hours away from the house. It means that even if there's raining, if it's sunny, I have to stay under that condition until the next 2 hours that you come. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, it is not completely in this particular matter, despite the fact that they were supposed to, the Nigerian delegation was expecting them in Rio. They decided to go to Port Harcourt. Nigerian delegation or the NFF, as the case may be, still try as much as possible to make life easier for them in Port Harcourt. The part of the arrangement was for the NFF to get in touch with the authorities in Port Harcourt to still take them their flight from Port Harcourt to Uyo. But they decided because of the cost of doing that, they decided not to do that. So they opted for road trip from Port Harcourt to Uyo. Yet, the NFF still provided security that will escort them from Port Harcourt to Uyo. So if there is no, if Nigeria, if the NFF neglected them the way they did to us, I mean, Sharif, there was no Libya Football Federation official at that airport in Libya to receive them. So this is not a case of, it's just ignorance that people are saying that you did it first, so you are paying back in your own coins and co. It's not so. It's so. And again, I think Nigerians, we should learn to be patriotic when it comes to our issues
our
that
country. Right.
Our country.
Right.
It's not about you hating the NFF president or the president of the country. Nobody is asking how many Yoruba are in the Super Eagles.
That's
right. How many Igbos are in the Super Eagles, or how many Hausa are in the Super Eagles. These are our national assets. They are representing the country. They are representing us, and everything that they witness should be condemned by every Nigerian. Every one of us should stand in unison and condemn this particular act. And I must commend a lot of people who have voiced out as far as this matter is concerned. And if you take a look at it very well, CAF reacted yesterday. In a very long time, CAF have not reacted to an issue as quick as the one they did with the Super Eagles and the Libya authority.
Right.
One way or the other, we're expecting that in a couple of hours or days, the NFL, the CAF officials will, speak on that particular matter, and will have, though they have condemned it, that what they saw is condemnable, and it does not have a place in the game.
Right, Yinka, let me quickly take some messages that have dropped. I have quite a number of them. Didi says, my question is that if we have an ambassador, will the situation be different? Also, who diverted a chartered flight from Tripoli? Ayo wants to know, so I'm going to leave the ambassador thing because that is political, right? But Ayo wants to know who diverted the flight from Tripoli. Ayo, are you referring to the flight from Libya to Nigeria? If that's what you're asking, I think...
No. If it is from... if I understand that question,
is
that the Super Eagles were expected to land in Benghazi.
In
so who
Benghazi.
diverted that flight from Benghazi to Libya? Now, you should also have at the back of your mind that the control tower of where you are landing will control what happens.
That's right.
If you are coming from UK now to Nigeria, it is Nigeria authority that will divert your flight. If you are expected to land in Lagos and there are issues with the airport in Lagos, it is the control tower, the control people in Lagos that will tell you that you cannot land in Lagos again. Please go to Ilorin, go to Ibadan, go to Abuja. So it is them that they will divert it. So it is the Libya authority that diverted the flight from Benghazi to Libya.
Yes, indeed. Okay, Ayo said it's from Benghazi. All right. I think Inka has rightfully answered that question, Ayo. I have another one that says, my concern is that nothing tangible might come out of this. From presidents of CAF, CAF would award the 3 points to Libya and only fine them as punishment. That's jokes. I mean, that takes us, Inka, that takes us to our next conversation as to what happens from here. What are the possible consequences? I mean, there has to be consequences for this. Either consequences against Nigeria or consequences against the Libyan side. What are the possible outcomes?
First of all, it should be nice and safe not to preempt anything at all, because I'm not a CAF or official. I can't say what will come out of the CAF investigation. That matter has been referred to the disciplinary committee of CAF. We're waiting for them to come out. But, looking at it from the point of the loss of the game, first of all, you cannot keep people in the condition that the Libya kept Nigerian players and Africa. I expect them to play a game the next day. It is not possible, right? And again, don't forget that in the game of football, things are planned. Some of the players I expected after the game, probably the flight will take them back to Nigeria, and almost immediately many of them will be on the next plane to their respective club sites. Now it means that if they fail to play on Tuesday, then the game was to be scheduled to Wednesday. It means that many of them cannot get to their respective clubs until around about Friday. Why a lot of players will have returned to their club and start looking ahead for Saturday for the weekend. So for me, I think it is safe. There's one of the worst things that you can experience is for the game to be rescheduled. Probably somebody like me is expecting it at a neutral ground and not in the same because when you imagine Nigerians have gone through in the hands of the Libyan authority, we agree that it will be safe to say that the lives of the players and officials are not safe if they go back to that country.
Let's take one or two calls, and I'll come to you. That we'll talk about the role of CAF in this, because you stated it from the beginning that this is not new. This had been happening. It's happened to Nigerian clubs. It happened to countries as well. It's an old tactic that some countries use. We'll come to that. Let's take a few calls in. Good morning to you.
Sheriff, I greet you.
I salute you.
And I greet the guests. You see, I don't. By the way, my name is Calvin. I don't take what the Libyan authorities are saying on their federation are saying serious, because in this same Libya now, the Ghana national team landed on Sunday. They are playing Sudan in that place, in that same Benghazi. They refused us to land, and they went in smoothly. Nothing happened. So what is the hula baloo about the Super Eagles? I think there's something fishy here which we are yet to know. And sorry, your guess, I'm a realist. I don't know, sound pessimistic. I don't think CAF will do anything about this. Because for me, I know who compromises, who CAF, who are there in CAF. We know the people that compromises CAF, that are majorly in CAF. So if you check that, your guess will know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it on radio. So if you take that to consideration, you know that nothing much will come out of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin, for calling. Let's take another call quickly. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not a footballer. I'm not a professional in it, but what your guest was replying to, and people sit on the floor at the airport. Sheriff, by choice. Why are they leaving the stadium to rot? Why are they showing off with their Calabar airport stadium? These are things that you consider. Okay, so a plane left with our national players, Nigerian commodity, and didn't fill up. People have several times have had to hover around in Heathrow, and there was fuel. Why not now? Why would they not buy the fuel and take the money to somewhere? The pilot, whoever that allowed this plane to leave here like that, should also be questioned. We don't take care of our own. We know that. Why blame the Libyans? You treated them 1/4, and they treated you 4/4.
All right. Thank you.
No.
Thank you. Yes, Yinka.
I need to quickly react to that person's reaction. First of all, there was no shortage of fuel, but you don't wait until you run into a problem before you look for solution. This man is part of the tactics to know that you can't keep them on air for as long as you don't know.
Because they don't even know for how long they would have to hover.
For how long
they were not told.
They were not told. And from the conversation, sometimes when you are not somewhere, you don't judge or you don't make conclusions. It's from the conversation with the pilots that they know that it's a long day. So what they should deploy immediately is how to look for a way to shorten that long day for themselves. If you allow them to start, hovering around till when you do not know.
So Yinka, quickly, let me go to the other point that she made, that white people sit down on the floor by choice. The picture that we saw, was it by choice that the players sat on the floor, or they were forced to sit on the floor?
Madam didn't know that the Arabian people comes with a lot of antics when they go anywhere. And again, one way or the other, a lot of people know that in Africa, even in Nigeria, right? Even in Nigeria, the Hausas, if you go to, no matter how rich they are, if you go to their house, you will see that they are very, very comfortable sitting on the floor. Me, I go anywhere, even though as I talk to you that I've gone to a lot of airports in the world and see people sit on the floor, I'm still not comfortable to do that, even though I see the white people doing so. And, all this kind of stores, it's not the first time. In 2001, when Rivers United were forced to train in the dark in Libya after a stadium like
yes, I saw that. Yes.
So it's something that is very common to them. It's nobody. They're not paying. It's not like they are doing first or no first, right? The only one that is CAF approved in Nigeria is Uyo. Now let Madam also know that Libya is not the first country to come and play against Nigeria this year.
True, very true.
We have seen, what's it called? Benin Republic came sometimes last month. South Africa came.
South Africa,
all of them landed in. So, what is the problem of Libya?
Let me also quickly correct some. Let me point out rather something that she said. She said that she mentioned Calabar. Is there anything like Calabar in the conversation?
No. There's nothing like Calabar in the conversation. They landed in Port Harcourt instead of Uyo.
And
so
that is their choice. That is by their choice, not that we diverted their plane to Port Harcourt.
If you look at what they are saying, never been anywhere where they have stated that their flight was diverted to Port Harcourt.
No, they never said that.
It was by their choice. No, they have never. There's nowhere that you have seen that conversation. But ours was diverted. So we should ask questions.
Right, Inka. Let's take one more call before I come to FIFA now. CAF now. Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
What I want to say about this matter, Uncle Sheriff, when they did this thing to us before, when we know, when somebody treats you wrong before, you will know the way to arrange yourself. When you know you must go to that place again to play, why can't they arrange for them not to pass through what the junior one passed through before? Because they know it's in their DNA to behave that way. That is how I see it. We, Africa, we must come together and love ourselves and treat ourselves well, so that our colonial master will continue to treat us wrong. Thank you.
Thank you too. Inka, quickly, because of time, just hold on. You will react to it. I want to add this to it. I want to know what you feel the position of CAF should be going forward, because this is an old tactic. This has been happening for God knows how long. You mentioned Rivers United the other time. I am sure they've done it to Quadry United before as well. Enyimba went through the same thing. Remo Stars as well. So we have Nigerian clubs who had gone through, not just Libya alone now. We're talking about North African countries.
Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt.
Yeah. So we can't say that CAF isn't aware of this. Do you think CAF has accepted this as part of the game? Should it be accepted as part of the game?
No, CAF has not accepted this as part of the game. They have put out a statement today that what they have seen so far from that is disturbing and is condemnable, and they condemned it in strong terms. And I'm sure that I understand one of our callers who was exercising fears that because the leadership of CAF is dominated by the Arabians and co. I'm sure that this will not just go just like that. And again, don't forget that the court does not go to people and say, bring your case. You take the case to the court, right? I mean, I'm not saying that court normally, I'm just, painting a scenario. So in this case now, a lot of times, Nigerian clubs, we do not, report some of these things. We just see it as nothing will happen. Just like one of our callers said, that nothing will happen. But, because you didn't report to CAF might decide not to do anything. They might think that you are comfortable. That's why they didn't complain. So now that is a complaint. They are waiting to complain about this. The petition CAF complain about this. And I'm sure that something will be done as far as this matter is concerned. Coming to Madam's case that we should have prepared. We did. We wrote to the Benghazi authority that Nigerian players are coming because we know of this anti. So we decided to use the Nigerian embassy from these people. Wrote to them. They rejected their application almost immediately. That they are not going to allow them to do that, to receive them. So they know Nigeria. It's not as if that we do not know what to do. We know what to do and we have done it. But somebody is out for you. There's absolutely nothing that you can good for the eyes of that person.
And Yinka, we're going to have to leave it here. But please wrap up. Go on, wrap up.
Yeah, I think one thing that I think CAF should do in the immediate to put an end to this kind of scenario is that CAF should expect the two nations involved in a game to send them their programs for that. Now, if Nigeria or Libya had sent to CAF that they are landing in Uyo, they need to provide evidences why they decided to go to Port Harcourt. So ahead, at least 48 hours before the movement, before you leave your country to another country, you must have submitted your itinerary to CAF. Nigeria will also submit that, Libya said they are coming into Uyo at 3 p.m. low time, so we're expecting to receive them, blah, 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 blah. So when you submit all of this, whoever between this period fails to honor what they have written or submitted to CAF, then appropriate action should be taken against that person. I think if CAF this kind of stuff in play, it will address some of this problem.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Yinka Olewa, award-winning sports journalist. Thank you for joining us on the show this morning.
Thank you very much, Sherry, for the opportunity.
Lagos, there you go. I think I can't. No, I can't. I can't even squeeze in anything. But this is how far we'll be able to go. I thought I could squeeze in 1 or 2 calls, but I have to go now. Tomorrow is Diabumi. We'll be taking a look at as usual, the Diabumi page written by Antibumi, of course. Yes, that's coming up tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to hand you over now to the crazy people known as... Okay, the crazy people sound somehow. Well, the weird, that also sounds somehow. Yes, you know them, Feta and Stretch. They will be here for What's Up Lagos to crack Lagos up. It's one show that I love to listen to so much. So you can tune in as well and listen and enjoy. After What's Up Lagos, would have Sunnyside after the news. Sunnyside is with Joyce, right? I'm Sheriff Quadry. You can find me on TikTok, Sheriff Quadry on TikTok. On Instagram is Quadry Sheriff. On Twitter, it's Sheriff Quadry. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.